Hello, hello, and welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to another live. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe community, our safe space where everyone feels a sense of belonging and where you feel valued. On that note, we do not belittle anyone. We do not disrespect or bash anyone. We do not defame anyone. We just keep it real and respectful. Again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. And let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right, so we are journeying to Portland and St. Thomas. The big question is who will win? Your guess is as good as mine. All right, we ask that you hit the like button right now, hit the subscription button, and let's just keep going. We want you to comment in the chat as well. Let us know where you're tuned in from or the constituency that you're associated with. We want to hear from you. All right, so rock and come in without the music right now because we're going to get into it in a little bit. I'll just come in the chat there. So come on, guys, come on in. All right, we're getting closer to that moment. That is, of course, next week when we will know for sure who will win. We don't have to guess, all right, because that will be it. So again, welcome one, welcome all. All right, if you're here in the chat, let me know. Let me know, and I'm just going to quickly look in the chat. So, guys, just hit the like button. Robert is here. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Blessings, and blessings. Of course, So, guys, once you come on in, let's just do it. All right. So, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right. It's definitely important, We're going to start. I will want everyone to be here. So just ensure that, you are hitting the like button, you're hitting the subscription button so that once we get on the way, we know for sure, that you'll have all the information. You're not playing any catch up. All right. So again, welcome one, welcome all. We're happy to have you guys here with us. So on that note, Soji, blessings. All right, Carlton is here with us. So on that note, type ready in the chat if you're ready. And in a little bit, I suspect that Ovi is going to join us soon. All right, so if you're ready and you know it, type ready. All right, and I like to sing and I can't sing, guys. All right, so later I want to see if we can double up for you. Later, I want to bring you Kingston and then we'll bring you St. Andrew because St. Andrew is so big, guys. All right, but if you're ready and you know it, type ready. All right, let me see. We're waiting for the ready in the chat. And guys, come on, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow. And if you can support the goal in the chat, that would be fantastic. Marlon, welcome. St. Thomas Western. We're getting there. And all right, I see you said time come. Are you ready? Type ready for us to begin. Let us know if you're ready in the chat there. And again, guys, welcome. Are you ready for this? Come on. I don't know. I know you're hearing me, but I guess I'm calling one and two more people before we begin. So can I get a ready in the chat? All right, let me know when you guys are ready. Let me know when you guys are ready. All right, we're just waiting for you to let us know when we should begin. All right, we just want to see already there in the chat. Can I get already, Marlon? You're not ready to see our predictions? All right, let me know, guys. Come on in. Paulette, welcome. And Paulette is definitely ready. All right, so yes, guys, let's get into it. And we're going over to Portland. So Portland has two constituencies or seats, as you may know them to be, Portland Western and Portland Eastern. So West Portland and East Portland, same thing, all right? And let's just keep going here. In the context of Portland Western, we see here four electoral divisions. And I just want to share with you guys too that we did not access the official nominated list of candidates. So accordingly, the information that is shared here will relate to the two main political parties, the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party. Zay, welcome. All right, so let's move into, all right, Portland. I almost said St. Thomas there, but for sure, we're stopping in Portland first. So, in the context of Portland, your candidates are Darrell Vaz for the Jamaica Labour Party and Doreen Campbell for the People's National Party. All right, so Darrell Vaz and Doreen Campbell. So Mr. Vaz and Miss Campbell. All right, so we'll just continue here and we'll go to the 2007 results. And so, in the context of these results, we see here a clear win for the JLP candidate, so Mr. Vaz, all right, and taking all the electoral divisions here. And, less than a thousand, but still a significant win. Abe Dabdoob there for the PNP, pretty close, but a win for the JLP here. We continue to 2011, new candidate for the PNP, and just about the same results. So the JLP taking all the electoral divisions, and I guess extending the lead in the context of the votes. If we go back to '07, it was closer, if my maths is mathsing. And then when we look here at 2011, a little bit, we see an increase in the context of the margin there. All right, so another win there in 2011 for the Jamaica Labour Party. And then over to 2016, we have a new candidate, all right, for the People's National Party. Mr. Vaz is still there, and another win for the JLP, taking all the electoral divisions. All right, we go all the way now to 2020. And in the context of 2020, a new candidate, so Mrs. Nita Robertson, may her soul rest in peace, and Mr. Vaz. And again here, another win. And for the JLP, albeit the fact that the numbers went down, they took all the electoral divisions, and so another big win there. Now, in the context of the percentages in 2020, the JLP got 61.6% and PNP, they got 38.4% of the votes. All right, so in the context of Portland Western, who can vote in West Portland? So next week, 24,493 people are eligible to vote. All right, so that's the number there. All right, so again, the big question, who will win? So we're not going to open the WhatsApp line for this one. Just type in the chat. All right, so who will win this one? West Portland. Will it be PNB, or will it be the JLP? All right, so we just want to hear from you. And welcome one, welcome all. So if you're right there in the chat, we're so happy to have you guys here with us. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. So let me just take a quick look in the chat here. All right, so let me just take a quick look in the chat. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Avi, I know you're here with us. Hello, hello, and welcome.
All right, thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Sorry for, tuning in a little bit late, but better late
That's
than
all
never.
right. Oh, absolutely, for sure. All right, guys. So I'm looking the chat. Paulette is saying Doreen. Tanika is saying Darrell. Marlon is saying Vaz will win West Portland. All right. Can we get two more persons to share in the chat? And then we'll move forward. Guys, close the X and hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. They saying JLP straight. All right, I see that. And guys, and Dwayne, welcome. Is saying Vals should win. So if you're ready for the reveal, type reveal. And guys, if you're new to this channel, we keep it real and respectful in the chat and within our communications here. All right. So when you call as well, that's the same thing. So if you're ready for the reveal, type reveal in the chat and let's keep it going. All right, so if you're ready for the reveal, I'm just waiting for the reveal. Still waiting. All right, so reveal is there and we'll go. So our predicted winner for this one is Darrell Vaz for the Jamaica Labour Party. This is just a prediction. We encourage you to go out and vote for your candidate of choice. It's your democratic right, and you should exercise that right. All right. So that is definitely important. Go out and vote, vote, vote. You have one vote, make it count. All right. So we now move on to Portland Eastern. All right, and as you can see, we have Port Antonio. So here are the following electoral divisions. So we have Port Antonio, Prospect, Ferry Hill, Fellowship, and Mansion Hill. All right, so our candidates or your candidates, if you're in that area, in that constituency, are Anne Marie Voss and Isat Buchanan. All right, so we have Mrs. Voss and Mr. Buchanan. All right, so we'll move to the 2007 results. Ovi, do you want to take this one?
No problem. So looking at the 2007 results, we can see that, you know, the PNP won the Port Antonio Prospect and Fellowship electoral divisions, while the JLP, they won the Ferry Hill and Mansion Hill division. The PNP winning that by almost 1,000 votes. So, a win, but not a strong win, I would say. And, we have to look at the Port Antonio and the Prospect divisions to see if those will continue to be really strong for the PNP and going forward.
All right, so we move to 2011, and when we look at 2011, it was a similar context, right? In the context of the division. So we have 3 out of the 5 for the PNP, similar to '07, and then Ferry Hill and Mansion Hill for the JLP. I would say this is over 1,000 votes here, a significant win for the PNP in the context of 2011. So 2016, over to you, Ovi.
All right, over to me. Thank you. So in 2016, it's similar with the PNP holding on to the Port Antonio and Port Antonio Prospect and the fellowship. And you can see they did really, really well in fellowship there and quite well in Port Antonio and in Prospect. The JLP holding down Ferry Hill and Mansion Hill just the same. But we can see that the gap has widened a bit with a win of over 2,000 for the PNP. So they have established themselves in this electoral, in this constituency, I should say.
All right, so strong word there, and let's go to 2020. When, oh, before we get to 2020, this seat had a by-election in 2019. So this was significant and unfortunate in the sense. So may Mr. Bloomfield rest in peace. So as a result, there was a by-election in 2019. All right. So in comes Damian Crawford. So guys, we have to you context in the context of the seat. So remember, Ovi talked about the PNP. They pretty much in 2016 that election they were very much established in that seat. But the passing of that the MP resulted in a by-election. No, this by-election was very significant because one would perhaps refer to it as a safe seat for the PNP at the time. So Damian Crawford went, all right, to contest this election. And, he went up against Anne Marie Vaz, and what we see here was the similar story where Port Antonio, Prospect, and Fellowship went to the PNP. The JLP, they held on to Ferry Hill and Mansion Hill. But what I am seeing here is that the JLP, they worked their numbers in Ferry Hill and Mansion Hill. So they know that, these two divisions are ours, and they work the numbers because when we look, and they were close enough in Prospect and Port Antonio, you could say that, but even closer, maybe in Fellowship. But we could exclude Port Antonio and Prospect. But when we look at Ferry Hill and Mansion Hill, the JLP, they worked those divisions in the context of the numbers. And look how close this election was, right? Very close. But this looks like 300 and plus votes for the JLP winning. And still, the PNP held on to their three divisions. So they did not lose their divisions that they are normally accustomed to winning. But what we see was a difference where the JLP worked those two and tried to get as much as they can in the others, but definitely their strong support systems, they pulled a lot from them. Ovi, I don't know if you want to add anything here for this
Yeah,
2019 by-election.
I just want to, agree with you in terms of what you just said about that. And, that's why it's important for us to go out and vote for our candidates because, it's an overall tally of the amount of votes. So your division might not win for your candidate. But when in the light of the entire constituency, your vote is just as valuable as anyone else. So remember to go out and vote. Look at this really, really close here, and that's something that I want people to bear in mind.
For sure. Thank you so, so much. So we move to 2020. Ovi, do you want to take 2020?
For sure. So 2020, we saw where Anne-Marie Vaz swept the entire electoral division, all of them coming to the JLP. And when you see the likes of Port Antonio, Prospect, and Fellowship swinging, then it shows that one, Anne-Marie Vaz might be resonating with the voters in the constituency, and that she has done good groundwork, and it's a convincing win, I would say, of over 2,000 votes. So that's that's pretty much what happened there. But all the divisions going to the JLP, and this seat has swung from the PNP and is over with the JLP now. PNP has lots of work to do in this division or in this constituency.
All right, thank you. So from that, we go to the percentages. So in the context of the 2020 elections, 56.9% for the JLP, 43.1% for the PNP. Now we move to the 2024 local government elections, and what we see here is that the PNP, in the context of local government, they held on to Port Antonio and Prospect. And usually it's Port Antonio, Prospect, and Fellowship. So they're still not back up in the context of their numbers in Prospect. And the JLP, they're still holding on to their strong areas, so Fairy Hill and Mansion Hill, and they still have here Fellowship. So so just to give you an understanding of what happened there in the local government. Ovi, do you have any additions here?
No, no additions here.
All right, fantastic. So, in the context of Portland Eastern, who can vote? So, 39,751 people are eligible to vote next week. All right, so that's for you to know. Go out and vote, vote, vote. All right, so the big question is who will win this one? All right, so we have Isaac Buchanan there joining in for the PNP and Anne-Marie Vaz for the JLP. And let me just quickly look in the chat. Welcome, welcome KJ, Tanika. And yes, guys, like. Yes, guys, give your support. We really, 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 really would appreciate your support, guys. So just come on, come on, come on. I'm going to put the WhatsApp number in the chat. All right. And we ask that, once you're calling, you mute your YouTube feed because that is definitely important. Mute the feed. And guys, we have over 200 strong on the live here. All right. We ask that you hit the like button, hit the subscription button. So it's WhatsApp call only. The number is in the chat, and I'm going to try and pin it to the top of the chat there. There you go. Give us a call. This is not a political platform. We take, all views, PNP, JLP. We just ask you to keep it real and respectful. We're not going to disrespect anyone and we're not going to belittle anyone. So we're going to show appreciation or we speak, even if you don't like what you're seeing, just talk about it in a respectful way. All right. And again, welcome. So we want to take a few calls, but I'm seeing in the chat here I sat, all right, Paulette, and Robert saying Vaz, Marlon is saying I sat, sorry, Coach Will, welcome. Welcome. Happy to have you here with us. So, yes, guys, come on. Take us over the 100 likes. So, close the X and hit the like button. Hit the subscription button as well. Turn on your post notification. We have Kingston and St. Andrew left to go. And you're getting all our predictions before the elections. And of course, we'll give you the big reveal. Denise Harrison, welcome. Anne Marie will win. And the only way you can get that information is if you hit the subscription button, turn on your post notification so that you do not miss any updates and will be live for election results as well. So we have our big reveal to let you know what's our tally in the context of the elections. Marlon is saying time for a change in East Portland. Okay. Thanks for sharing. And all the way, Coach Will, Diana or Diana, I sat for the win. And okay. Welcome one, welcome all. Ovi, I don't know if you have any comments here.
Just want to encourage the guys to support us. Guys, close the chat. The hit the like button, hit the subscription button, turn your post notification on, and stick and stay here with us for the predictions, the rest of the predictions as it relates to the general elections coming up next week. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to go back and watch the ones that we have, the live that we have posted before with, the other parishes. So continue stick and stay in here with us. Make sure the post notification is on because that's how you're going to be able to connect with us again. So thank you for being here with us. Make sure you close the chat and give us a like. If it's your first time here with us, I'm just asking you to let us know in the chat so we can give you a warm voices in education. Welcome. This is a safe space where we're able to talk about issues affecting us. Back over to you.
All right, fantastic. So we're getting a caller. So you have to mute your YouTube feed.
Hello.
Hello, caller, you're live. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. Happy to have you here.
Thank you, and it's my first time calling on your program.
Welcome to Voices in Education.
Okay. I believe that Anne Marie Voss, she's going to take it.
Okay.
No doubt.
Okay, fantastic. And why do you say she's going to take it?
Well, based on the last um election that happened, and it's not really just only that. JLP has the momentum based on their performance in Jamaica and stuff like that. So I totally believe that based on the project of what I've seen going on, I think I think she's going to win and win very big too.
Okay, fantastic. Are you from Portland?
No, I'm from St. Thomas.
Okay, we're going over to St. Thomas next. So ensure you stick and stay with us.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks for calling. Blessings and love.
Yes.
All right, big up to that caller there, straight out of Atlanta, Georgia. All right, so yes, guys, it's okay to call us, and we as I said, we're open and we accept no hostility here. Your views are just your views. These are just predictions. We just ask that you keep it real and respectful. All right, on that note, we're just going to go to the reveal. So, can we get somebody to type reveal in the chat? All right, Ryan, welcome. And Ryan is saying Anne will win. All right, so welcome, guys. Happy to have you here. We take it. All right, let's take this one last call before the reveal. Hello, caller, you're live. Welcome.
Hi, hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Talk to us.
It's the first time I'm seeing your guys live, so
Wow.
the first 5 minutes. Yeah, the first 5 minutes I've been listening to you guys. You guys seem to be fair and balanced. So I just wanted to call in and say, yo, continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
But for me, I think Alma Rivers will win because she has been there 6-7 years now.
Okay.
And she has been doing some work, so I'm going to give her the heads there. But question, guys, have you guys seen the Dan and the poll today?
With the elderly, that one?
It was just elderly alone?
The one that they said leading by 37%.
It's confusing because I see it all over the place.
The one leading by 4%. Okay, yeah, I saw it, but we don't base our predictions of Dan and so we have a process that we employ, and so we use that process, and yeah, so we have two parishes to go, Kingston and St. Andrew. So welcome.
So the 9 parishes already?
How many parishes we have again? We do most of
I
them
think it's about
already.
13.
We do most
That
of
means I
them.
have to go back I have to go back and look back down the old videos then.
Yeah, so today we're doing Portland and St. Thomas. So you're in for at least two, and then yeah, so ensure that you subscribe and
Yeah, man, I subscribe and like and
and
comment
turn on
there.
your post notification. So that little bell
Yeah, man.
icon, very good.
Yeah, man. You guys continue doing it and I like it so far.
Okay.
Alright?
Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate
Yeah,
the
man.
call. Blessings.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
Right, guys. So I think the chat is perhaps ready for the reveal, and I'm seeing that. So we're going to go to the reveal for this one. And in the context of the winner, we are predicting that Anne Marie Vaz is going to take this one. Again, this is just a prediction. We ask that you go out and vote for your candidate of choice. That is your democratic right. A prediction does not prevent you from voting for your candidate of choice. All right. So again, welcome, Africa. Welcome, or it's Africa. Welcome. All right, happy to have you here. All right, so yeah, so let's just keep going. Ovi, are you ready? All right, we're going
Yes,
over
I'm ready
to
and here, ready and here, I tell you. And just want to
fantastic.
say
Yeah,
thumbs up to the caller just now. Thank you for, being here and for your support, for liking, subscribing. And just stick and stay here with us because I can hear it within your voice. You have lots to contribute here. And we definitely want you to, remain a part of our family. So welcome to the family, um, caller.
all right, fantastic. Um, guys, Marlon, come on, let's just keep it real and respectful, all right? And we just want to just keep it real and respectful. All right, you're welcome, Africa. And Paulette is saying I think Portland will go to PNP. There are only two seats in Portland, Paulette, west and east, so not four, all right? And thanks for the greetings, Africa. Dalfi, welcome. All right. And let's just go over to St. Thomas. All right, so St. Thomas, the guys will take the calls once we open the phone line again. So, caller, I'll call you back. We're going over to St. Thomas. So, St. Thomas has two constituencies or two seats, as you may call them. St. Thomas Western and St. Thomas Eastern. So, West St. Thomas and East St. Thomas. All right. In the context of St. Thomas, we have the following electoral divisions. So we have Cedar Valley. Guys, I'll return your calls. We have Trinityville, Landhighway, Yallas, White Horses, and Seafort. All right. So hopefully I'm getting those pronunciations correct. And you can always let us know in the chat. Welcome, guys. We're over 200 strong. We ask that you hit the like button and hit the subscription button. All right. And turn on your post notification. Guys, I'll call you back. And let me see if is my screen moving there for you, Ovi? I think so.
Not seeing what I'm seeing St. Thomas Western on my screen.
All right, let's see. No movement for you?
No movement.
So guys, I don't know. Guys, you cannot be calling at this point, all right? So let's just try to see if this screen will keep going. All right, so we might just have to just reload here. All right, guys, I'm
All
just
right,
going
guys.
to.
In the
Yes,
meantime,
Avi.
guys,
And while I reload the screen here.
if you haven't hit the like button, haven't hit the subscription button, please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us know where you're tuned in from as well. What constituency do you belong to? Let us know what is happening in your constituency in terms of the work that is being put in by the politicians, and what you if you have seen any advancement in your constituency. Just let us know what is happening there, and just give us a feedback as well on what is happening in terms of this program. Tell us what you like about it. How can we improve? Just share in the chat, because we want this space to be a comfortable one for us to have good conversations, and learn from each other. So just let us know what is happening in terms of that. We would really, really appreciate you doing that. So hit us up in the chat. Remember, if you're a new subscriber, let us know so that we can give you this warm voices in education welcome. And for everyone who is here, and all the persons who has been here, you have been here over and over and over. We appreciate you. If you're a silent listener, guys, we appreciate you. One of these days, you put a comment in our chat, but remember to hit the like button, subscribe. We are definitely going to have, we're going to definitely love having you here with us. So just stick and stay here with us. I'm coming over to the chat to see what is happening. And seeing media host there, Ryan is saying, really like the channel in just 10 minutes. Right? Why you sound, but me like the sound, A long time we don't hear the spirit tech argument they're doing, but that is so Jamaican. When you spirit tech somebody, boy, Ryan, same spirit, check the channel. All right, Ryan, this is your space to, to share your views. Media host J.A. new sub. Thank you, media host. We welcome you to this platform and continue to stick and stay here with us. Looking forward to more interactions in the future. So continue to be here with us. We totally appreciate you. All right. Are you ready for us? Voices?
Not quite. Apparently,
Not
we kind of stuck on St. Thomas. But we're gonna get across on the other side. So I'm just
no
trying
problem.
to, cause I reload, but once we reach St. Thomas, it's just not going forward. So we we're here, guys, but we're ready for you, and we'll figure it out. So we're just coming. So obviously, if you could just keep the chat going in the
No
meantime, that would be
problem. I'm looking in
fantastic.
the chat. I'm looking in the chat, and I hope St. Thomas Spirit take we, because I don't know why it's sticking at St. Thomas, but we're gonna get through to that. And I'm seeing Marlon saying Seaport area need no help. All right, and Denise is saying St. Thomas in St. Thomas, James will win. All right, cool. Answer about Charles. All right, cool. Thanks, guys, for hitting us up in the chat. And I'm going to take a look and see if we have gotten to 50 likes yet. Because, guys, if you like it, you must like it. If you like it, like it. Please ask it. I am seeing 14 likes on my side. Could somebody tell me what is happening on their side? All right. And Ryan is saying that freestyle. Um, the thing is, Ryan, when you see the numbers, I think it helps, because often we just look at the grand total, but we sometimes we need to see what is happening in the electoral division. So to see if this particular division is holding firm for a party, which is swinging in terms of the votes are getting less, and those gives us an idea of what is happening and how things might work out in the future. So we'd really want you to see, all of that. And we have put all of that together for you. So we're not short you. We're not short change. If you vote for us, we're going to give you what you deserve. So guys, if you're here and you don't vote for us yet, what are you waiting for? You know how you vote? By subscribing and liking. So we really appreciate you. I'm going to come down in the chat and see what is happening there. See you there, Gary. It's St. Thomas, the Big Tommy from. All right, looks like you're ready. All right, let me just see.
Not
All
quite.
right.
St. Thomas is still doing St. Thomas things.
Okay.
And
St.
I'm
Thomas
trying
and
to find
Porter go
another
for the
way to share
PNP.
it. So we're
All
going to
right,
do
Ronell
that.
saying no problem. Ronell is saying St. Thomas and Portland will go for the PNP. And Marlon is saying go back. It will go back to the JLP. All right, guys. The thing is, we can only control what we can control, and what we can control is the fact that we can go out there on election day and vote for the candidate of our choice. So we what we need to do, let us let us hold our politicians accountable to us. So we should know exactly what is happening, in our constituency and say, boy, last time we have 100 roads and all of them did bad. This time 90 roads bad, them fixed 10. So you should see some incremental growth as it is coming on there. Thank you, Africa. 38 likes, guys. Look, can do better than that. Probably that's why the screen freeze up. You must say, why we have such a wonderful place and the person's not liking it up. So see if we get it up to a 50 or 75 likes if this thing will be started out. Let's see if we can breach it in terms of that. So
Yeah,
guys,
let's see if we can get it going now. Are you seeing on your end of it?
I'm seeing the candidates. So
All
hopefully
right,
that's yeah.
fantastic. So we
Awesome,
tried
awesome,
another
awesome.
way and we're going to give it to you another way. All right, so guys, thank you so much for your patience. And St. Thomas, what a hard place to get into. All right, so St. Thomas Western, your candidates are, all right, Mr. Hubert Williams and Mr. James Robertson. So Mr. Williams for the People's National Party and Mr. Robertson for the Jamaica Labour Party. So now, Ovi, can you take 2007?
All right, since you gave me 2007, I'll hold on to it for sure. So if we look at the electoral divisions here, it's James Robertson that took all but one of the electoral divisions, and that's the one that went to PNP White Horses, and that one was pretty close too. So a good win here for James Robertson. The difference in terms of the votes, total number of votes were 2,000 plus. So a convincing win for James Robertson in this one. And we're going to continue to watch and see if, the PNP can get a few of the divisions back and get back into contention with this electoral seat. So let's see what happens in the 2011 elections.
All right, fantastic. And you see why Rosemary Shaw? I wanted to pay attention to that name. That name is going to come up soon. So that's Yvonne Rosemary Shaw. All right, so we move to 2011, and in the context of 2011, now we see a new candidate for the PNP, and they took two of the divisions, and James Robertson taking the others, and this one was a pretty close election there in 2011. Ovi, do you have any additions for 2011?
Yeah, pretty close elections, and it's new candidate in for PNP, as you rightly said, but really close one.
All right, so in the Ovi, over to you.
All right, so for the 2016 elections, we see a bit of movement here as a new candidate, Marsha Francis, came in for the PNP, and they were able to get three of the electoral divisions. So in 2007, they had one. In 2011, they had two, and now in 2016, three of the six divisions, still not able to hold to win the PNP. James Robertson holding on to this one, but again, just 400 plus votes separating both candidates. So this one is, I think it's kind of getting closer. So let's see what happens in the 2020 elections.
All right, for sure. And we had Marsha back, and I guess Marsha came back because of, the results in 2016. But in 2020, it was a big gap in the context of the win for the Jamaica Labour Party, taking all the electoral divisions. So, Ovi, do you have any additions for 2020?
No additions.
All right, so we move to the percentages. So in that 2020 elections, 60% of the votes went to the JLP and 40% to the PNP. In the context of St. Thomas Western, who can vote next week? 43,087 people are eligible to vote next week in that election. So, people in St. Thomas Western, go out and vote, vote, vote for your candidate of choice. All right, that is definitely, definitely important. All right, so let's just keep going. And the big question is, who will win? I think we can take this one in the chat. So, but I had some persons to return some calls. So, in the meantime, guys, while they're sharing in the chat, I'm just going to return some calls. So, let me just try and get these calls returned. All right, let's see here.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. You're live on Voices in Education. We're just returning your call. How are you?
I know when I wanted to speak, that I think you leave and you gone to some other different constituency. I wanted to say something about Portland, but you finished. I wanted to say, I think I could say it still.
Yes, yes, you can share.
Yeah, I think Isaac will win, and why I think that is because Anne Marie have never get a run yet like that. You understand what I mean? Because when she won the first, the second one, the Bloomfield died. Yes, what I mean, and nobody was there to contest her.
Damian Crawford, but Damian Crawford was a very good candidate. Don't you think that? Wasn't Crawford a good enough candidate? Remember, it was Damian Crawford that she went up against first, It wasn't just any PNP candidate, it was Damian Crawford. You don't think Crawford is a big PNP candidate?
I didn't say nothing, but I forgot.
No, because you were saying that there wasn't anyone to contest her, but that's not true. She went up against Crawford.
Well, let us see then. Now, I would not cast no judgment. Let us see, because we are not God. We don't know who's gonna win anyway.
Exactly.
So we might sit here and say this gonna win, this person gonna win. We don't know.
That's why we call it a prediction. But you're predicting that ISAT is going to win. That's your prediction.
If we get a fair election, if no stealing, go on.
All right, we're not going to talk about that because we can assume that those things are going to happen. Unless you have evidence, then we just stick to.
Always happen. It always happens.
All right,
trust
then.
me. Always, it's politics.
All right. Then.
Politics.
All right then.
Politics.
All right. That things. Yeah. We can't talk to things that we don't have any facts about. Those things are problem, guys. So we don't go down those lines. I'm going to call this caller. Let's see if this caller picks up. Hello, caller. This is Voices in Education. Just returning your call. You're live.
Thank you for my call. Yes. I just want to say, I listened to that call a while ago, but it seems like she don't really understand that. Damian Crawford in Portland, he pulled out the most vote ever by any PNP, even Bloomfield, because I think he pulled out 9,000 plus. Bloomfield always got like about 6,000, 5,000 plus there. And I believe, where Portland is concerned, Anne-Marie Vaz has done enough work to do it to win back that constituency. And I believe for St. Thomas, after all the work, because I believe we have a more smarter set of voter now, information is to our fingertip. Based on the work that I see in the JLP has put into St. Thomas, no way St. Thomas will lose the St. Thomas. As a matter of fact, all I'm saying is that I don't believe the JLP would even lose this election because honestly, people are listening more. And I don't see PNP have put anything on the table to outshine what the JLP is saying. Because when you look what the JLP has done, they have delivered on every front where Jamaica is concerned. They have lower crime, they have lowered the unemployment, they have fixed the GDP problem, they have put more in police, more in education. I am 53. And I've never seen a government in my lifetime deliver so much for the people. So without a shadow of a doubt, the Jamaica, we know there's a poll that come on a radio station that
we don't talk about those things. We don't.
No. I just a little bit of history.
Yeah.
I've got the election wrong 3 times.
But that's fine.
They're gonna get it wrong.
We don't look at those.
They're gonna get it wrong. Yeah, they're gonna get it wrong the 4th time because
that's fine.
Jamaica people are smart. They are wise, and we don't want to go back the days of the PNP. Those are dark days.
All right, Carla, big up yourself. Blessings. So you're saying James Roberts is going to take this one for St. Thomas Western?
Definitely.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Blessings and love.
You're welcome, my dear.
All right. Ovi, I don't know how the chat is going, but we're going to go to the reveal for this one, I'm sure.
Yeah,
so
reveal
guys,
it in the
ready
chat
for
a
the
long time
reveal,
ago.
let us know. Yes, Ovi?
They had revealed in the chat long ago, so they're ready for this one.
Okay, all right. So we're going to go for the reveal. All right. So in the context, there we go. Our predicted winner here is James Robertson for the Jamaica Labour Party. All right, so that's our prediction there. All right, so Myrtle, welcome. Denise is saying James will win. Valerie PNP will win. All right, St. Thomas Green for me. All right, Africa is saying people have access to information, so this is why the PNP will win. All right, Ryan, we didn't go to local government for this one. All right, substance over hype. Lloyd, welcome. And Paulette is saying, okay. Thanks for letting us know. 60 likes, guys. Africa. Come on, guys. No, sir. Don't be mean with the likes. All right. And let's keep going. All right, Valerie, you're free to do what you want to do. And let's keep going. All right, so let's just move on to our next constituency here. And we move over to St. Thomas Eastern. All right. All right, so we move over to St. Thomas Eastern. And your candidates are Yvonne Rosemary Shaw, Yvonne Shaw, or Rosemary Shaw, I don't know how perhaps you know her, and Michelle Charles, so Miss Shaw of the PNP and Miss Charles of the JLP. In the context of the divisions, we have Bath, Morant Bay, Port Morant, and Dalvey. All right, Ovi, I'm sending '07 over to you.
Oh, 7. All right, great. So let's look at this one. So we can see that Fenton Ferguson for the PNP took 3 of the 4 electoral divisions here, and the PNP won that one by, almost 1,000 votes. So despite winning the election, there's not, you can't really pinpoint a particular electoral division that they dominated, really, really wholeheartedly. So, let's watch to see how things go on when it, when in the other elections to see if they are able to maintain or the JLP will snatch a few of those divisions.
All right, fantastic. So we move on to 2011, and in the context of 2011, all right, we see Mr. Ferguson, all right, taking all except Dalvey. Patrice Charles Freeman comes in for the JLP, and this was just about 500 votes separating the two. Ovi, do you have any additions here?
No additions.
All right, so let's just keep going. And over to you, Ovi.
All right, so in the 2016 elections, there was the PNP was able to get all the electoral divisions this election. We look at Bath, their strong performance coming in Bath, and taking this one by over 1,000 votes. So changing candidates sometimes cause a fall in the amount of voters, but a good run here from Fenton, Ferguson, and the JLP has lots of work to do in this constituency.
All right, so we move to 2020. So 2020 was a difference for this constituency. Michelle Charles, so the sister of Patrice Charles, came in 2020, and they were able to take all the divisions except Bath, and so they won this election. Ovi, do you have any additions here?
Well, it's interesting to see the flip in terms of just the PNP winning just one of the electoral division in one of the divisions in this election, and Michelle Charles, taking all the others for the JLP and also the win, and shows that maybe Fenton Ferguson was not connecting with the people as he used to anymore, and they wanted some change. So that's it. A good win for Michelle Charles. Not a large margin, a very large margin, but a good win.
All right, fantastic. So let's just keep going here. In the context of the percentages, we have 53.2% for the JLP and 46.8% for the PNP. So that was in the 2020, all right, general elections. So what we did here, we went to the 2024 local government election results. And what you will notice here is that the JLP, they were only able to hold on to Dalvey, and Dalvey is really like their support system. That is the electoral division that they would normally win, with the exception of that perhaps one time with Delano C right there that they lost that division, but they would normally win this division. All right, so now here we see the PNP in the context of the local government elections going back to getting, three of the four divisions. So what we look at, guys, is not necessarily the total, but just how the divisions in the context of the distribution of the votes. What we are noticing from the trends and in the context of winning here is that the JLP, they are very much close in the context of Port Morant, right? So Morant Bay is going to be key in determining based on, the trends and what we are predicting. And of course, the processes that we employ, and we can't spell out our processes because KFC now give them secret. But the processes that we employ, we are thinking based on what we're seeing so far and the work that is being done and other factors that Port Morant is pretty close, right? Dalvey is obviously going back to the JLP. Bart is perhaps going to remain with the PNP. And Port Morant is going to be pretty close for both parties. So the difference in the context of who is going to take this election will come from Morant Bay. All right, so that is the context there again. So this one is going to come from Morant Bay. Ovi, do you have any additions for this one before we move on?
No, I agree with what you just explained.
All right, so there's another piece of information that we want to share with you in the context of Morant Bay. So Ivan Shaw, so there was a councillor that passed, right? And so there was a by-election in Morant Bay in November following the local government elections in February, right? And so this is definitely interesting to see. Just zooming in on Morant Bay. All right, so the JLP, by virtue of Mr. Downey, I believe is a vice principal of some school there in St. Thomas, they polled 1,974. No, Ivan Shaw polled 2,100. So this gives us that, Morant Bay is close, but right now it looks like, the PNP perhaps has the edge there. So if we go back here, we recognize that the PNP, had some edge there, but it's also closing where the JLP is getting closer and closer. All right. So Morant Bay is definitely going to be significant. Something I guess perhaps might not be of significance is that Ivan Shaw has been back and forth in the context of both political parties. So that is something that I'll just share there. Ovi, do you have any additions?
No additions for this one,
All right,
but
so
it's a close seat, closely contested seat, I would say.
all right, so we move to St. Thomas Eastern, and in the context of who can vote, we have 33,611 people who are eligible to vote in that constituency. All right, so if you're just tuning in, all right, we're over 300 strong. Thank you so much for being here. We ask that you hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. So now to the phone calls. Who will win this one? We would love to hear from you. Who will win this one? Will it be Yvonne or will it be Michelle? Give us a call. We want to hear from you. So while, we're waiting for the call, Africa is telling us that it's 69 likes. So guys, come on. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and, let us just go. Tanika said it's a hard one to call. Yes, we know, but you have to call it, Tanika. Let us know. Julian is saying that, I stayed up this morning doing my own maths on Eastern St. Thomas, and to be honest, it looks like Miss Rose, okay, could walk away successful. Very interesting. And Africa is saying Michelle is out. Robert is saying like up the live people, like up. All right. Ovi, I'm coming over to you. I'm not getting any calls. Come on, guys. Now is the time to
All
call
right,
us.
no
Keep it real
problem.
and respectful, but over to you, Ovi.
No problem. And we see Garmel touching base. Say Shaw will win this one. Big up yourself, Garmel. Thanks for being here with us. And special thanks to Africa who is supplying us with the likes. Really appreciate that, Africa. You're holding down that side of it, things for us, and we really appreciate you for doing that. And everybody pretty much saying truth or truth. So this one is going to be a close one. And yes. we definitely think it's going to be a close one. And Denise is saying Rose Marie for this one. So, guys, it is going to be a really, really close one, we believe too. But, just see, drop in the chat who you think is going to take this one. Some person saying Rose, and, let's see what happens here. And Lloyd is saying your program is nice and I guess nice and interesting. Thank you for being here with us. Like we are here because of you guys. So thank you so much. We appreciate every comment, every like, every share, every form of support that comes um, our way. We really appreciate you. And JLP person saying JLP will win. That's Robert there. And Cotton Camera saying PNP is in full force. All right. So yes, let's see how things pan out in this one. Guys, remember you can also hook us up on the phone number that's there, WhatsApp calls only, and we will hear from you. Remember to keep it real and respectful. Thank you for keeping the chat real and respectful for the most part. We really appreciate that uh, too. So C. Hilton is saying Michelle until told otherwise. All right, cool. And we're really seeing the passion coming through in the chat. Truth or truth, that Michelle will win based on performance. And yeah, other person saying Rose. So the chat is buzzing. The chat is buzzing, and this one has everyone talking. Is it going to be Rose or is it going to be Michelle? Who will take this one?
Well, you know
All
what,
right.
Obi, we need at least two phone calls on this one. Two short phone calls. So come on, guys, before we go to the reveal. We need two phone calls on this one. All right. We need to, and Lloyd is saying that we're fair in terms of our analysis. Thank you, Lloyd. We need two phone calls on this one. And Gary, welcome. All right. We need two phone calls on this one. So welcome one, welcome all. Two
Yeah.
phone calls. Jerome, welcome.
Well, thank you again, Africa. 78 likes, guys. I hope I'm not gonna turn out to vote. This is a good practice experience for you guys. If this is how you guys going to turn out to vote, chances are the results might not be as we predicted it. So you're here
Come
with us.
on, you need to vote
Show
for
us the
us.
support, man. We need
Hit the
22
like
more
button.
likes to get to 100, man. You guys, you can do that for us. If you like what we're doing here, get us to 100 plus likes in the next 2 minutes. We're at 78, courtesy of Africa, who's keeping us in this one. Guys, do the
Welcome,
do for us.
Norel. Welcome, World Weather Trackers. Lloyd. All right. I see you there. Garmel, welcome. And Robert, I see you there. All right, we're
I
waiting
wonder if
for the
we reach 100.
calls.
I wonder if we reach 100 likes there, Lord.
I don't know. Jerome is saying power to the people.
All right. People in the chat and them are give we full 100. Let's see if they'll give us full 100
Everything we do, them
today.
I give away full 100. We don't get the media
Yeah,
house
for sure.
day.
You know,
Spent too much time on the constituency. Very informative, though. What do you mean by too much time, media? Can you share a little bit more in terms of that so we get a better understanding of what you're sharing there? Africa is saying 80 likes. All right. Thank you. Come on, guys. We're waiting for the call. Who's going to call? I'm only one call away. Come on, we just ask that you keep it real and respectful, And if you don't know this by now, I love to sing, but I can't sing. All right.
level.
Oh, yes, a level. Come on,
That's
guys,
what most
support us in the
persons say
chat.
about the analysis, that it's level.
Support us in the chat, guys. Support us. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. This is not a political platform. We do a lot of programs here. Diamond League just ended. Schoolboy football coming up. Of course, World Championships will be here. And of course, we're going to be here for the remainder of this general elections. All right. So we want to take you through it. And we ask that you hit the like button, the subscription button. Turn on your post notifications so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. We keep it real and respectful. All right. And, we just ask that you do the same. It's okay if we share different views regarding parties and, candidates who are going to win. That is totally okay. We can share our views without disrespecting anyone, and that is totally fine. We are not imposing our views on you. We're merely sharing predictions, and predictions are not realities. Guess what, though? Soon and very soon. All right. We need a money pull up for that one. That one, the bad. All right. Let us see here. Lord is saying, good tone of voice. Is that for me or for Ovi? All right, let's keep going. And only the independents are voting. Come on, PNP and JLP, vote for the chat. That is it. That is it, Garmel. It doesn't matter if you're PNP or JLP, independent. Vote for the chat. We are not a political platform. We share both sides. All right. And Hilda, welcome. Dan Roy. All right, welcome saying JLP all the way. Tanika is saying tight, but with the work that Charles is doing, I would give it to her. Jerome is saying PMP. All right, gonna take this one, but it's how the people vote. All right, Tanika. All right, Norel, Dr. Charles, all the way. We love you. Africa is saying, I think the time spent on the constituencies as you're analyzing data and getting the viewers' input. Uh, okay. All right. So what would you like to see then? Let us know. Robert, okay, that's not for me. Come on, guys, keep it clean and respectful. All right, 91 likes and loading. Thank you, Africa. Lloyd, oh, it's for me. All right, thank you so much. Which song can I sing now? I don't know the song to sing, but thank you so much, Lloyd, for making it voices. All right, Robert. He said you can sing and do karaoke. Gotta invite. Ah, Robert, you know what? I make the money that night. They don't. I like the offer doing though, but be concerned. I hope you know what Robert to make the money that night. They. All right.
Me not say nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying anything.
And World Weather Trackers is saying Dr. Charles is going to win with a slim margin. So come on, guys, we're not getting any call on this one. Of what you think? We should ask them to go to the revealer and then we take some general calls.
I think they're trying to get us over the 100 before we get the reveal. 9% is the
Oh, okay. So
yeah. I
over the
think that's
100. All
yeah
right. Full
over the
100
100.
before
Yeah,
the reveal.
yeah. We're
Everything we
almost
do, we are
there.
give you full 100. And Garmel is saying, I'm on the train. I can't call you. I used to live in that constituency. Garmel, please make sure you're on the right train this time. I don't want you to be on the wrong one. Check and see if you need to come off at the next stop. All right? Guys, we have so many lovely people like you guys just all over, and we really appreciate. All right, appreciate the support and love for sure. And we want to come back later for Kingston. So, guys, let us get to that 100 likes, the man, for the reveal. Dr. Charles will increase our margin. All right. Welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome.
I wonder if Garmel is on the election or the traveling train, the transportation train he's on. I wonder which one he's on. But Garmel, big up yourself. Love having you here. Really, really appreciate you sticking and staying here with us. All right.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see. Let's see. Are we at 100 now? And Norel is saying, "Come on, people! They're doing a great job. Like and share. Thank you, Norel." See, guys, we are not phased, by negativity. All right, brightness and positivity. That's what we need in the world. All right. All right, so again, welcome. And we haven't tallied all the seats yet. You guys perhaps have a better count than us. And Lloyd is saying you guys are fun to listen. And that's what we want to do, keep it real, respectful, laugh where we can because we can't take this too serious. Delroy Salesman. Big up. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Charles and Robertson will win. The Morant Bay Urban Center and the new highway will make a difference. All right. Big up yourself. We really appreciate that. All right. Delroy, so appreciate that. Ovi, I know you have something to say. 93 votes. And
I will
Africa is
get
saying
the
she's
green
not a
sticker
doctor.
now. I
Go
will get the
again.
green sticker, the daddy. Big up yourself, right?
No,
Really
sir, you
appreciate
see,
it.
when you see where you get that green sticker, the daddy, when you see what orange one need to come now to balance out
Well, we
things.
have to balance it, we can't, because, persons will say that we are biased. So, we
And you see
need it.
where you get that. I didn't see that one coming over, not from you.
Oh boy. So, thank you guys
So
for the support.
guys,
Really
over here,
appreciate
so we
it.
need a balance in the chat. So where's the orange super sticker? And when you get the new, where you say, what was the song of it? And when you get the green sticker, the daddy, that color them, body no party. All right, big up guys, big up, big up, big up. All right, and Marlon is saying, okay, PAP should lose. Garmel 93 likes. People are well informed and want more outside of the road and water campaigns. Charles is out. That's what Africa is sharing there. And all right, Michael, welcome. All right, we're getting a caller. We're getting a caller. Caller, you're live. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good
Um,
afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, thanks, thank you. I kind of came on a little bit late, but I just wanted to ask a quick question, to you guys. Um, do you think that age will play a part, um, with this, um, election? Well, but, what do you think about the age
Age.
playing a factor?
So,
Yes.
all right, let me tell you this now. So, for us, we don't discriminate based on age or anything, because if we look back on some of the, and I really don't want to talk about that, but if you go back and look at some of the people and some of those traditionally held seats, we have people who have been there for ages, and and they're still holding on to seats. So when it comes on to discriminating in the context of age, we don't do that, because if it is that you believe you have the capabilities, and moreover it's the people who will put you in. So if the people believe that you're not fit for the position, then they're not going to vote for you, right? So we don't try to make that, and unless there is some law saying that you can't have a politician at X age running for office, then that's a different story. But we are not going to go along the line to make age a factor. It could be for voters, right? It could be for voters, but when we're doing our analysis, we're not looking at that per se as a factor in the context of being discriminatory, just to say that.
I think it's a matter of being discriminatory, because if the data, we have to analyze data, So if the data shows that, hey, um, we see an increase in young persons voting, We see the what should I say now? For instance, Michelle, the knowledge of Michelle and how she reach out to young people. Um, and then she's more afraid with the time that we're living in, that she comes with what
All
she
right,
wants
so
to
I'm
do.
going to I get what you're saying, and I understand that
Yeah.
both you say may go for you, but I'm going to put this to you, Carla. Do you know about Central Clarendon?
Yes, yes, yes.
I
I am
know
actually in Canada.
I know who is, I guess is not running this time around, but who held on to that constituency for years and years and years.
Yeah, man. So I'm just looking at the time that we're living in now.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the time of AI technology, and there's a shift in the way
But
our lives. Yes,
yes,
sorry.
but you can't say because age means that they don't know to access technology and all of that. And and sometimes too, and that's why I asked you about Clarendon, Central Clarendon, because that one comes right to the top of my head. And you see, and if you understand that constituency, Central Clarendon, you would know that Mr. Henry was there, but Mr. Henry had his people who went out, did representations for him, worked for him while he was not necessarily able to do that. So that is what I'm saying to you. Sometimes political parties, they will put forward a candidate who they believe perhaps resonates with the people more, and then they will find ways in the context of their team in that constituency to work the constituency. So it all depends on how they're strategizing, and yeah, so it all depends
Yeah,
on
yeah.
who the people are going to
I
vote
understand.
for. And
I
then
understand all of that, but I'm just looking. I'm not even just narrowing it down to these two persons. I'm
right.
thinking general, across- right across the board. On this week, my is that um if I knew that there is a new period, like you have millennials, you have baby boomers and so forth. He said to me that there is a new description of persons coming out. He said it's something like generation beta, right? So persons who like for instance from 2025 onward, you know, they would be exposed to a different type of a world um prior to 2025. So I'm just saying that, the younger candidates, I think going forward would be more appealing than the older one. That's I'm just thinking out though.
and yeah, and
Thank you for your time anyway.
yeah, you're welcome. And one point, like it just depends too, because you might have some constituencies where you have voters who are older in the context of the demographic. So it all just depends. And you might have some constituencies where the voters are younger. So it all depends on who the people are resonating with. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. All right, thank you, Neil. Thanks.
Thank you. Blessings. Thanks for calling.
All right, no worries.
All right. So yes, survey, we reached the 100 yet.
We, yeah, we're over the 100. Africa told us that long ago. Lots happening in the chat as well, but we can move on. I think
All
we
right,
can
for
move on
sure.
to the predictions. I believe.
All right, for sure. So, guys, if you're ready for the reveal, type reveal in the chat and let's keep going. A manuscript, Davian, welcome, welcome. All right, Garfield is sharing, Cheyenne sharing. Let's just take this call. Hello, caller, you're live. Hello. All right, this call is reconnecting. So let me see if I can get back my caller here. Hi, Carla. You're live. Garmel, you're live. All right, we're not hearing. We're not hearing. It's disconnecting, and I suspect that you're still traveling. All right. So yes, guys, we'll just go to, I guess, the reveal. All right, we'll go to the reveal. So in the context of this constituency, it's going to be a very close one, but we have to select one, and we are predicting that the PNP is going to take this one. All right, so we are predicting Miss Shaw is going to take this one. All right, a very close one. So once you see the asterisk, but we can't come here to tell you it's going to be a toss up or anything to that effect for sure. You know, it's going to be um it's going to be definitely something for sure to watch, and we'll be here for it. But it's going to be a close one, and we'll see what happens. Let me see. Gary, welcome. Ovi, Tropical Nomad, welcome.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm here.
yeah, I don't know if you want to share anything before we go to some just general calling.
Just want to tell the guys thanks for being here, and just remember to be respectful. You know, always be respectful because we want to keep it clean and
Listen to
nice
me,
in the chat.
Marlon. Marlon, you don't have anything dirty to go and wash. Let me just take you out of this place here. Because you feel like every seat a JLP is going to win. You know, see something wrong with you. You come like some little narcissist. What's wrong with you? Let me just try and, guys, you know, just let me know how to block this person. Let me just figure out. Because I keep putting you in timeout, but that's not working. Perhaps this should work. You don't have any, you don't have any manners, man. Yes, Avi, you can go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, we just need to make sure that we're respecting each and every one of us. You know, we respect you and you respect us just the same, and you respect all the persons who are on the show. Boy, you know, if everyone respect everyone else, then you know we will all be respected, and that's how we want things to be. We want this place to be nice and clean because you know I know everywhere you can go and get this. And you
Look,
know
look
when
at it,
we
Ovi. When we look in the chat, right? Even both sides are told to block him. You know, I don't know why he find back himself here because apparently he wasn't blocked. And in come in the chat with the same. Come on, guys. We share both sides, and this man has an issue anytime we call a seat for the PNP. Like, come on. We try to be fair and we give you the information. You can't come like it's prediction. It's just a prediction. Come on, we don't determine the election, and I honestly don't understand. You know, it's not that serious, guys. Man, jeez.
yeah, the thing is this still you know the thing is this you know I think he likes the channel, you know, and that's the bottom line. He likes the channel, but he's not able to abide by the rules. You know, and you know, men know that too growing up. You know, he just like the channel, he just can't. He just don't know how to control himself. And you
Never
know,
mind.
some.
So
But
he
the thing
needs
is
some
this:
help.
we can all learn, and that's the thing. We can all learn, and if he's behaving himself, then he stick and stay with us. But why you can't come and style of people? No man,
That's what
that
I'm
no nice.
saying. And if you
That's
don't
it.
like a
That no nice.
place, why you keep coming back?
We
Why you
say
keep finding way?
if he keeps coming back, it means he love the place. But you know,
Why
we
you
can't
keep
support that.
coming back? Can't
We
support that.
can't
Yes,
support
Davian.
that.
Hopefully that blocks him. I think he's supposed to be blocked now. So hopefully that block him from the channel and not just this conversation. All right, Jerome. Thanks. I see you there. And definitely Africa. You know, Cheyenne, welcome. And please go out and vote. Put your X beside the bell. Okay. Are they? the power sign, whichever one you're voting for. All right. Definitely manuscript. Okay. Tropical nomad. It made me feel too emotional. Oh my. Thanks, Africa. 108 likes. It's just that some people I don't know, and me just I wonder why him text it over here. If him understands it, whatever, just no matter come. Cause it's almost as if this man is like, oh, so much you have for this. And guys, we haven't tallied anything, we are so busy trying to find the information for you. So when we come to you, we're not just talking from emotions, right? And with everything, we have our emotions because we are subjective beings, we have a particular bias. Everybody have bias in them. And so that is why before we started these predictions, we come up with a process. So we have processes in place that we utilize and we say, okay, this is how we're going to work. So if we go to the number one process and we're still locked there, we go to the next process, then the final process that we have had. We have been to the final process perhaps about 2 or 3 times. And so, we try to do that. So, and we're not coming to you to say that so and so, this is my prediction, this is obvious prediction. We're coming to you with one voice because at the end of election night, that's where the reality is. These are just predictions. So election night, realities. All right, we'll get to see, and then we can come back and line up the realities with the predictions and see, what happened there. So we encourage you to continue to stick and stay with us. So you'll be here, for the live results. Will be here with you, and we can continue to share a space together. So Jerome saying chat, vote PNP, put your X beside the head. And we just Davian is saying put your X beside the bell. Lloyd is saying surely beside the head. And Tropical is greeting Africa there. Winston, well, don't worry about him. He's just all right. Okay. All right. So, yes, guys, we keep it real and respectful. And as always, the word is love. All right. Let's see if we can take this call now. Hello, Gar.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Is it about this of the Jamaica?
You're not coming through too clearly, though. Go again, please. Oh, it's disconnecting. All right. So Carmel's call there not coming through quite clearly. So we'll see if you're able to get us before we leave. All right, and I'm seeing here across all the countries you guys have done so. We're going to share, Anthony. We're going to share. All right, we're definitely going to share that. Because we have Kingston and St. Andrew that we're working on, and so we'll give you one big prediction. All right, so that should come. If we get that should come, I guess, before the election Tuesday night, the big prediction that should come. All right. So we have you guys and we'll definitely share. But if you go back and watch, you can tally for yourself and see where we are in the context of numbers. All right. And go to your video. Tropical. Some people are just, I don't know. And this is entertaining and thought provoking. All right, keep it coming. Thanks, Africa. 111 likes. Guys, at 300 other way over here, Come on, man. Shoot out with the likes. Ovi, do you have any final comments? Because I get the sense that you have to run now. So talk to us before you go.
Well, just want to say thanks to all the persons who came in and they supported us right through. Really, really appreciate you for keeping it real and respectful. We really appreciate that. Special big up to Africa who kept us going with the likes, always making sure that we are up to date with the likes. And guys, If you're here and you haven't liked it yet, close the chat, hit the thumbs up button, and give us a like. We really want that support from you. We want that acknowledgement to say, boy, you like what we're doing, and that represents, represent how we feel about you in terms of, what we're putting forward. So show us that you like what we're doing by hitting the like button. Hit the subscription button. Turn on the post notification because Kingston and St. Andrew is loading. So remember to get those all sorted out. And take care of yourself. Walk good.
All right, thank you so much, Ovi, for your support. Really, really appreciate it. And Jerome, we'll just do it on Tuesday. You can tell us, Jerome. Just check and tell us. All right. All right. So yes, guys. If you have any general calls, perhaps we can take just two more calls. Less than 2 minutes, and that would be good. We would love to hear from you. All right. If not, we're going to wrap this one up. So again, blessings and love, everyone. We ask that you continue to keep it real and respectful. And that is it, Garmel. We're not giving out anything until we finish. That is it. That is definitely it. Gar, welcome. And Rose will win St. Thomas. All right. I guess Gar, you're just joining us. All right. So we would love to hear from you guys. So let us know any general cause. Garmel, you keep reconnecting, so I suspect that you're still traveling. All right. So yes, guys, if you're not too busy and you want to give us something free, hit the like button and hit the subscription button so that we can continue to grow stronger together. Right now, can we get 15 people to subscribe and 15 people to like? All right, so 15 brings us, it looks like, to 130. So 15 people to like and 15 people to subscribe. All right, and welcome. Who are the winners? Are the prediction? You mean the predicted winners? Let us just put that there in a truth and truth. So looking on the screen there, over in St. Thomas Western, we have James Robertson, St. Thomas Eastern, Yvonne. Then Portland West, we have Mr. Vaz, and then Portland East, we have Anne Marie Vaz. So those are the predicted winners. All right. So again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. I don't see anybody answer the likes. Come on, let me just refresh here. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Ensure that you turn on your post notification because that is definitely important. So tap the bell and select all so that you do not miss any updates. Later, we want to bring you Kingston. So, later will be really later. So if you're here, all right, later on, would I really appreciate your support if you can join us. All right, and truth that you're welcome. You're welcome. Let us just continue. From the 15, it looks like we need 6 more to get to 130. Come on, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Let's keep going. All right. We want the 50. We beg you for 15 likes, 15 subscription. Come right through for us. Right through and through. And I see the subscription moving. So come on, guys. Looks like we need 8 more subscriptions out of the 15. Come on, we're doing well. Let's keep going. All right, and 6 more likes. All right, 4 more likes. Africa is saying there. Thank you so much for helping us in that context. Caris, welcome. Happy to have you. And Caris will know that on Tuesday. All right, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so happy to have you guys here with us. All right, 128. Come on, guys, we can do it. All right, we need about 6 more subscriptions, and it looks like 2 more likes here. I'm not seeing the change on my end, but for sure, Africa is letting me know there. All right, so we're seeing X beside the bell and X beside the head. Welcome, Beverly. Welcome. Happy to have you in the chat. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's see who is going to take this one. Will it be the subscription or the likes? Come on, both of them. All right, let's see, let's see, let's see. Come on, guys, we can do it. I'm still seeing 126 on my end. All right, looks to be 129 there-ish now, or 128. All right, no new comments coming in. Guys, are you ready for Kingston later? You want to see Kingston later? Let me know in the chat. Come on, guys. 3 more subscription to get that 15. And if you want, put a little brat upon it. That would be fantastic. You see, it is a good vibe now, you know. You see, when we get out the naughty ones, it's a good vibe because look at us, JLP and PNP in harmony, and you know we're good. Nobody not cussing off. All right, Robert is saying 130 and Africa is saying 130 likes. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic stuff. Thank you so much, guys. And you know, let us see, guys, we need 2 more subscriptions to get there. So come on, Africa say Kingston loading. Yes, all right. So we're going to Kingston. All right, so we're going to Kingston later on, but it's going to be later on. So we want to go to Kingston, and you know we'll be here for that, and then for sure, um, we go to Monday for the big St. Andrew. It's quite a lot there, guys. And we have been working on St. Andrew for a little bit now, but we'll get there. Come on, guys, 2 more subscriptions. And no, to all my silent supporters, listeners, we really appreciate you guys. I know some of you, you're not going to comment, you're just watching and listening, you know, what's happening here. We appreciate you as well. So continue to support us. And you know, the top fans, we have Delroy, Africa, Tanika. All right. We really appreciate you guys for keeping it in the chat. Let me see if I can get to the top 10. This looks like Ghana. I'm not sure because they're showing your username Paulette, Tropical, Thompson, Jerome, KJ. I guess I truth this. All right, so quite a few of you guys here in the chat, and we really appreciate you for keeping it going. All right, so those were pretty much some of the top fans based on your interactions there in the chat. All right, so we're happy to have you guys here with us. And let us see if we have, come on guys, one more subscription. All right, and let's just keep it going. So guys, we're going to wrap this one up. We're going to wrap this one up. I'm not getting any calls at this point, but we're just waiting for the 1 subscription. So come on, guys. If you have not yet hit the like button, what are you waiting for? You can definitely bank on it. You can put 1 million subscribers on it. Yes. It's a Voices in Education where you get the opportunity to share your voice. It's not just my voice, it's our voices, and we want you to have a voice. All right, so why not hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and of course, once you have subscribed, tap the bell, select all so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. Come on, guys, come on. And you know, Jerome is saying you should vote for the PNP, and Caris there is saying vote for the JLP 133. Thank you so much. All right. Cheyenne is sharing here. I'm trying to figure out that first part, but you're saying it's not going to make a difference if people don't go out to vote. All right. And the poll is just a snapshot. Okay, we have to vote. And that is definitely important. That is definitely important. Like and share, viewers. Thank you, Africa. So, yes, guys, we're going to round this one up. All right, thank you guys for the 15 subscriptions. Do not stop there. Ensure that you continue to hit the like button, continue to hit the subscription button so that we can continue to grow stronger together. All right, we're going to go to some music and we're going to sign this one out. All right. We thank you so, so much for, just being here with us. Again, we really, really appreciate you and all the support and for standing up against what is not right in the chat and disrespect, full behavior. So we want to applaud you for that. Again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, we're going to go to some music and sign out of this one. We'll definitely catch you in the next live. So, again, remember the word is love. Love each other. It's not so serious. At the end of the day, somebody's going to be your MP, somebody's going to be your prime minister. But what you need to do and what you have the power to do is to vote for the person who you would like to see being your next MP and being your next prime minister. That is definitely important. So blessings and love everyone. It's perhaps going to be about 10:30 there-ish, 11 o'clock somewhere there-ish. All right, Caris? Thanks for asking. All right, so blessings and love everyone. And we'll see you guys in the next live. If you have missed some of our predictions, you can definitely go back and watch some of the videos because we only have Kingston and St. Andrew left to go. All right, so remember blessings and love, and with Christ in the vessel, you can definitely, definitely smile at the storm. Maxine is tuned in from Atlanta, Georgia. We have quite a few people. All right, welcome and a big up to you, Maxine, and to everyone tuned in from Georgia, New York. And I know Jamaica is locked in. All right, so again, blessings and love. We'll go to some music. Do not leave without hitting the like button and the subscription button. See you in the next live.